She's got it every time.
Hello. Back for a little more reading of Pilgrim at Tinker Creek. Let me adjust this just a bit. There we go. Okay. What is today? The 19th of March? Maybe? I checked my phone, but that's my phone. So anyway, here we go. I'll start off with the paragraph that I had left off on before. If you have any questions, go ahead and please feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer. And I started doing something different. The website goingalone.org now has a chat room. It's a really nice one. It's like Google Hangouts, but I think in some ways it's even better. You know, it doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles, but the quality is really good. Oh, hi Wanyaba. And so from 5:30 every day. I haven't decided if it's just Monday through Friday or if every day. From 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, I will be launching that chat room. And in there, and it's not like this. It's not where you're just chatting at me. Literally, it's like Google Hangouts. You come in and there's, earlier today I was using it. I use it for work too. It's my own account, but I use it for my job. I had 13 people in there all at once, and we were all interacting. And it's my own account. I just happened to use it for work, and I thought to myself, hey, I could use this. It's such a great account. Why don't I use this for my website? So I did. So I created it. And I just sent out, if you're subscribed to my website, goingalone.org, if you're a subscriber, you just got an email telling you about it. And if you go to the site, it'll pop up on the screen, and there's a page with all the information. Just click on the link. I just shut it down. No one joined me. I did my first one today from about 5:40 to about now. But hey, maybe someone join me tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Pilgrim at Tinker Creek, continuing the chapter, The Horns of the Altar. That the world is old and frayed is no surprise. That the world could ever become new and whole beyond uncertainty was, and is, such a surprise that I find myself referring all subsequent kinds of knowledge to it. And it suddenly occurs to me to wonder, were the twigs of the cedar I saw really bloated with galls? They probably were. They almost surely were. I have seen those cedar apples swell from that cedar's green before and since. Reddish gray, rank, malignant. All right then, but knowledge does not vanquish mystery, or obscure its distant lights. I still now and will tomorrow steer by what happened that day, when some undeniably new spirit roared down the air, bowled me over, and turned on the lights. She's referring to an event that occurred in her life some years before, when she had a kind of just one of those moments when your eyes open, when the blinders lift. For me, the blinders aren't literally blinders, but they're just like a haziness to the world that kind of lifted, and she describes the same thing, and she could see the world for a moment. So that happens early in the book, and then she refers back to it several times throughout the book. I stood on grass like air like lightning coursed in my blood, floated my bones, swam in my teeth. I've been there, seen it, been done by it. I know what happened to the cedar tree. That's the tree that she saw that had that moment. I saw the cells in the cedar tree pulse, charged, like wings beating praise. Like wings beating praise, wow. And by the way, she describes it as the tree full of lights. Now, it would be too facile to pull everything out of the hat and say that mystery vanquishes knowledge. Mystery vanquishes knowledge. Although my vision of that world of the spirit would not be altered a jot if the cedar had been purulent with galls. Those galls actually do matter to my understanding of this world. Can I say then that corruption is one of beauty's deep blue speckles? That the frayed and nibbled fringe of the world is a talith, a prayer shawl, the intricate garment of beauty? It is very tempting, but I honestly cannot. But I can, however, affirm that corruption is not beauty's very heart. And I can, I think, call the vision of the cedar and the knowledge of these wormy quarryings, twin fjords. Wow. And I'm having trouble. This first paragraph is, I haven't found my momentum yet, right? And I'm taking over midstream in a paragraph where I left off 2 days ago. So it's a little hard, but I see the beauty in the writing. I haven't quite caught up to her cadence. Can I say then that corruption is one of beauty's deep blue speckles? That the frayed and nibbled fringe of the world is a talith, a prayer shawl, the intricate garment of beauty? It is very tempting, but I honestly cannot. But I can, however, affirm that corruption is not beauty's very heart. And I can, I think, call the vision of the cedar and the knowledge of these wormy quarryings, twin fjords cutting into the granite cliffs of mystery, and say that the new is always present simultaneously with the old, however hidden. The tree with the lights in it does not go out. That light still shines on an old world, now feeble, now bright. God! Such beautiful writing. I'm finally starting to find my cadence with her, although I'll never catch up. What is that penguin doing back there? You trying to get the trash out of the bag? Hold on. He's going to make a mess. Wait just a second. You can't do that. He'll make a huge, or he or she will make a huge mess. So, sorry, I know you wanted some fries, but whatever. I am afraid and nibbled survivor in a fallen... Now I feel like we're almost there. Let's get into it. I am afraid and nibbled survivor in a fallen world, and I am getting along. I am aging and eaten, and have done my share of eating too. I am not washed and beautiful, in control of a shining world in which everything fits, but instead am wandering awed about on a splintered wreck I've come to care for, whose gnawed trees breathe a delicate air, whose bloodied and scarred creatures are my dearest companions, and whose beauty beats and shines not in its imperfections, but overwhelmingly in spite of them, under the wind-rent clouds, upstream and downstream. Simon Weil says simply, "Let us love the country of here below. Let us love the country of here below. It is real. It offers resistance to love. I am a sacrifice bound with cords to the horns of the world's rock altar. I am a sacrifice bound with cords to the horns of the world's rock altar, waiting for worms. I take a deep breath. I open my eyes. Looking, I see there are worms in the horns of the altar, like live maggots in amber. There are shells of worms in the rock, and moths flapping at my eyes. A wind from no place rises. A sense of the real exalts me. The cord's loose. I walk on my way." I swear to gosh, I don't know that I've ever encountered a writer quite like this. I mean, maybe the closest would be, in terms of beauty, nobody matches Emerson, at least in my limited experience. Nobody matches Ralph Waldo Emerson for just the beautiful writing. In terms of eloquence, no few can rival Ralph Waldo Emerson for sheer oratory eloquence. Or Emerson really is writing that is meant to be read aloud. But this one combines kind of the beauty of Hawthorne. It doesn't have the eloquence. It has the philosophical depth of who? Philosophical depth of who? Maybe my writing isn't experienced enough to know. Maybe not my writing, my reading. I don't know. Konbanwa. Konbanwa, Kortlik. Good evening. Let's see if there's any other comments that I may have missed while I was doing that. Captain Canada says, howdy, Kurt. And komewa to you, Kortik. Nice to see you both. Hey, guess what? We get to start a new chapter. Nani Otero. I'm just reading a book. Pilgrim at Tinker Crink. Tenno. Hello again. Hello, Miss Mommy. Welcome back. Remember, Miss Mommy, you are a special person. Let's start another chapter. This one's called Northing. Northing. Not nothing, but northing. You're very welcome. Here we go. Northing. In September, the birds were quiet. They were molting in the valley. The mockingbird in the spruce, the sparrow in the mock orange, the doves in the cedar by the creek. Everywhere I walked, the ground was littered with shed feathers, long, colorful primaries, and shaftless white down. I garnered this weightless crop in pockets all month long, and inserted the feathers one by one into the frame of a wall mirror. They are still there. I look in the mirror as though I'm wearing a ceremonial headdress, inside out. In October, the great restlessness came, the Zug Unruth, the restlessness of birds before migration. After a long, unseasonable hot spell, one morning dawned suddenly cold. The birds were excited, stammering new songs all day long. Titmice, which had fallen in the leafy shade of mountains all summer, perched on the gutter. Chickadees staged a convectual in the locusts, and a sparrow, acting very strange, hovered like a hummingbird inches above a roadside goldenrod. I watched at the window. I watched at the creek. A new wind lifted the hairs on my arms. The cold light was coming and going between oversized careening clouds. Patches of blue, like a ragged flock of protean birds, shifted and stretched, flapping and racing from one end of the sky to the other. Despite the wind, the air was moist. I smelled the rich vapor of loam around my face, and wondered again why all that death, all those rotten leaves, that one layer down are black sops rooted in white webs of mold, all those millions of dead summer insects, didn't smell worse. I didn't read that right. Hold on, this car's going to be noisy. I am eating gyoza and listening to you. Read interesting evening. Oh, I'm glad. Gyoza's good. What's gyoza? Gyoza is pot stickers. It's like a little thing like this, and it kind of has savory stuff on the inside, and then like a little skin that you cook on the pan, a little bit here, a little bit there, put a little soy sauce on the top. Very good. I think it's a Chinese food, but very popular in Japan. Let's try that one again. I think that was a beautiful sentence. I don't want to get it wrong. Despite the wind, the air was moist. I smelled the rich vapor of loam around my face, and wondered again why all that death, all those rotten leaves that one layer down are black sops roped in white webs of mold, all those millions of dead summer insects, didn't smell worse. Now I get it. Hi, Patrick. When the wind quickened, a stranger, more subtle scent leaked from beyond the mountains, a disquieting fragrance of wet bark, salt marsh, and mud flat. I've heard of pot stickers, but I've never tried them. They're good, Miss Mommy. Give them a try. You can go to just about any Japanese restaurant. Particularly look for a place that sells ramen. Very common to find pot stickers with ramen. Or just ask for a gyoza. The creek's water was still warm from the hot spell. It bore floating tulip leaves as big as plates, and sinking tulip leaves downstream and out of sight. I watched the leaves fall on water, first on running water, and then on still. It was as different as visiting Cornwall and visiting Corfu. But those winds and flickering lights and the mad cries of jays stirred me. I was wishing, colder, colder than this, colder than anything, and let the year hurry down. The day before, in a dry calm, swarming ants took part in nuptial flights, shining at the front door, at the back door, all up and down the road. I tried in vain to induce them to light on my upraised arm. Now at the slow part of the creek I suddenly saw migrating goldfinches. Migrating goldfish. Now at the slow part of the creek I suddenly saw migrating goldfinches in flocks hurling themselves from willow to willow over the reeds. They ascended in a sudden puff and settled, spreading slowly like a blanket shaken over a bed, till some impulse tossed them up again, 20 and 30 together in sprays, and they tilted their wings, veered, folded, and splattered down. Let's let the train go by. I think I saw a comment. Cicadas are very loud in Japan. Wait, somebody's talking about earthworms. Oh. Patrick says, speaking of insects, what's your favorite? Well, I'm particularly fond of cicadas myself. If that question is for me, I'd have to say, what's my favorite insect? Either solitary wasps or praying mantises. I've got something for the predators. Cicadas are good though. I've saved plenty of earthworms from drowning in puddles. Good for you. Good on you. Good job. What was it? Oh, I added a quote to my book, Going Alone. There's a chapter in fact, I've got a copy right here. There's a chapter in my book called My God is a Little God. I wonder if the quote made it into this copy. I don't think so, because it's in the new second edition. This is the first edition, and it relates to the rescuing of small animals. Let's see, is it in here? I don't think so. And I'm just going to share it with you, Miss Mommy, because you'll like it. No, it's not in this book. It's in the new edition. It basically says, what was it? I can't quite. I'm going to paraphrase it. Can't remember, but something like, humanity has met no God as generous as a man who flips a beetle on his back. Something to that effect. I'm sure that's subject to argument. I'm sure a believer of Christianity would argue that God's grace in sending his only begotten Son was far more magnanimous than a man picking up a beetle. But I like the sentiment nonetheless, and I liked it so much I added it to this as the opening to that chapter. Cicadas are very loud in Japan too. Noise. I used to live in Adachi-ku, Tokyo. The sound was annoying until you get used to it. Yeah, it is noisy. I remember cicadas. Literally, I thought that my eardrums were going to bust. They were so loud. Sirabachis. Patrick says, I'm always conscientious of trying not to step on pill bugs on the sidewalk while running. That's good. Have been flipping June beetles also too. Good. I was just surrounded by all kinds of good people here. Wolfie says, hi, softypapa. I used to watch your videos a lot when I was around 19 or 20 years old, I think. I'm 27 now. Time sure flies like a 747. How is Emily, and does she miss Japan? First, thank you for being a supporter for so long. It's interesting. I have a lot in your demographic. A lot of people seem to have found my channel in their late teens, mid to late teens, and I get contacted now, and they're in their mid 20s, and I'm grateful for the continued contact. And by the way, for you and anyone else, I just started doing something new every day. I'm actually having a hangout session via my website every day at 5:30 p.m. You go there, you click on the link, it takes you into a room. You're in a room with me, camera to camera, talking. And as many I had earlier, I had 13 people in the room, but that was for work, because I bought this for work, and I thought, heck, I can use it with you guys too. So 5:30 p.m. Go to my website, goingalone.org. If you subscribe, or if you go to the website, it'll pop up right away. You'll see it. But if you subscribe, then I'll send out notifications from time to time. And thank you for your long support. Regarding Emily, how's she doing? Emily's doing great. She's in her first year of college. She's she got a job. She's on her second job that she's had, and she's working at a restaurant now. She's the manager of the restaurant, even though she's in college. So she's, go girl. So she's working as a manager for a restaurant, and she's in her first year of college. She's got a boyfriend that she's had for over a year now. Great guy, really like that young man. He's headed off to university soon. Emily's going to be heading off to university soon. She's in junior college now. She's doing great. She's like totally one of the club. It's she's totally assimilated. My mommy says, it's true, we should show kindness to small things. Yes, indeed, although if you read enough of this book, she seems to give the impression that the world's more about the chomp than the generosity. We may be the exception. I hate when someone's first instinct is to stomp on them. It really makes me mad. Yeah. What do you guys do when you, this happens to me a lot. I live in an apartment complex, and there's snails that come out in the night, and I'm very careful when I'm walking through the night. I don't want to step on them. But sometimes I'll encounter one that's been stepped on. It's crushed, but it's not crushed enough to be dead. I wrestle with that, so I put them out of their misery with a perfunctory stomp. Try to make it as fast as possible. It breaks my heart, but I mean, what else can we do? I mean, just let it sit there and suffer. It's sitting there, it's all foaming up, and clearly, I mean, if snails can suffer, I think they could. Wolfie says, "Holy crap, she's in college." Yeah, she's in college. She's doing really good, getting good grades. She's doing accounting right now. She's got her major picked out. It's the best course of action at that point. Yeah, Patrick, I think I'm glad you agree. I feel like a bit of a monster when I do it, but if I was in that boat, in that situation, I would hope someone would stomp me. Just looking for any feet falling from the sky. Let's begin this next chapter. Northing. In September, the birds were quiet. They were molting in the valley. The mockingbird and the spruce. You know what? I'm going to stop for now, because then if I stop now, and then next time I can start off with a new chapter. I think that's the best thing to do. Besides, I should get back to work. We're with this whole coronavirus thing, we're working extra hard. I work for the city of Ventura in the IT department, and we're mobilizing our city. We've closed down the city government's operations, and we're helping to get our workforce mobile on telecommuting solutions. So I've been working a lot of overtime. So I took a break to come down here and do this, but now I'm going to go back. I'll stop by Nature's Cafe, get myself a veggie burger, because I'm a vegan. Thank you, Emily, for showing me the light. And I'll get myself a veggie burger, then go up, and my boss is still there, so I'm sure I think he's getting dinner right now, or he's working out. I think he's working out, and then we're going to get back to work on it. Stay safe, Kurt. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Miss Mommy. Take care, everybody, and remember, 5:30 p.m. Maybe not tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be heading home immediately after work. But at least on the days that I'm at work and I have the time that I can walk down from work to here, I'll be online. If you want to talk to me face to face, ask me any questions, talk about life, come on and do it. And someone has a question. People are saying, "Bye." Patrick has a random question, but what are your streaming with? The quality is very good. This is YouTube that I'm streaming with right now, but the application that I'm going to be using for my daily interactions is GoToMeeting. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Until next time, have a great day, and remember, be safe, but not too safe. Take care and look after one another. Bye-bye. Oh, Patrick, you meant camera-wise? Oh, this is my, to answer your question, this is my brand new, I've only had it for like 3 months, my brand new iPhone 11 Pro, whatever. I went into the Apple store and said, give me the best camera you possibly got. And this is what I got. The quality is just phenomenal, and I feel like it's wasted on me because I wasn't doing anything. Here I get the greatest iPhone ever, and then I drop off social media, Facebook, and everything because I'm focusing on my job. But I'm slowly finding my way back, and I'm glad to get the feedback. And this is the inside camera, right? So imagine what it's like with the outside camera. Well, I think I can show you let's see. Let's take a look at the sunset, the trash can. How's that quality? Is that good? You don't need to see me. Is that pretty good? Okay. Well, with the sunset there, not bad. All right. What do you think? How about versus that? That's the inside camera. Frankly, from my perspective, it seems just about the same. Nice clouds. Nice tree. I like that tree. Okay, everybody. Take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by. Identical? You think it's identical? Yeah, okay. Frankly, I can't see the difference either. I think you're absolutely right. Wow. Can you imagine if I'd had this camera in Japan and captured all those mountain scenes and random places with the quality of this? I wish I had. Maybe you'll see more of a difference with the sunset, with the sun out. I think so. Although this particular camera is apparently very good with low light. Yeah. Okay, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Get back to work. Take care. Be safe, but not too safe. See you next time. Bye bye.